Okay, so I believe you can see my screen.
Yes.
All right, so good afternoon and welcome to um, the Laravel meetup organized by PHP team, Bincom Dev Center. So Bincom Dev Center is actually the parent organization organizing this meetup. Um, so who are we? Bincom Dev Center is a multi-location technology, talent development, and solutions platform. We have our locations virtually near you. We also have our location in Yaba, Lagos State. We have our location in Ibadan, Oyo State. We have our location in Kano State, Kaduna State, Ogun State, Delta State, United Kingdom, and we still have plans to expand our reach to as many locations as possible. So these are some of the services Bincom offers. We have our Bincom Academy, which utilizes Montessori approach training participants in basic skills that is needed for the modern technology ecosystem. We have our Bincom Tech internship. It is designed for people who are at intermediate skills and want to learn gain mastery or expertise over a period of time. A Bincom Tech internship program is for you. We have Bincom Tech apprenticeship program, which is an industrial attachment at various skill levels to gain experience and on-the-job training. We also have our Bincom community events and projects, which is one of it is this meetup we are currently on today. It is geared at giving back to the community and building the tech ecosystem. We focus on informing, exposing the youth on the current technology trends and how they can prepare themselves for the future in technology. We have Light Space, which is a workspace that is intended to encourage collaboration and drive innovation in the startup ecosystem. We have spaces that is created and designed for various events like seminars, conferences, get-togethers, etc. We also have our Global Tech Program, which is your solution to launch your tech career globally. This program focuses on three key pillars, which includes learn skills, gain experience, gain exposure. We have our Emigrate Tech Visa. It helps you become globally attractive, builds a tech profile, and also gives you or helps you build a tech-enabled business. And it's also your pathway to relocation and settlement in countries like UK, USA, Canada, France, and many more. We have our Income Mentoring platform, which is a structured mentoring solution to help mentors add value to mentees for the purpose of building attractive techies. So if you are looking for a mentor, this particular package is for you. Labs by Bincom is a 3 to 6 months pre-incubator program that brings together participants and then Bincom Tech career coaching. It helps individuals to land their next role faster by offering a combination of coaching, training, career referencing, introduction to tech recruiters, etc. So if you're interested in any of these services, Bincom Tech services, watch out for the link in the chat. I'll be sending in relevant links that will be helpful to you. So if it's the mentoring platform, if it's the global tech program you're interested in, the link would also be sent here. So please do well to register for it if it's something that you are interested in. All right, so we'll move on to what we have for today. This event is brought to you by the PHP team. So I'll be handing it over to the team to proceed.
Thank you, Joy. Welcome everyone to today's event. Thank you everyone for I welcome everyone to today's. For today's topic is PHP in IoT, and we have two speakers for today. The first speaker, Bolagade Winner. Bolagade Winner is an accomplished software developer with experience across multiple companies. He is a graduate of Olabisi Onabanjo University. And in 2020, he held the position of a back-end developer at Oceania from November to April. And throughout 2021, he excelled as a Laravel developer at EP Studio, being their exclusive back-end developer. In 2022, Bolagade worked as a software engineer in Digicom. Presently, he is actively contributing as a back-end developer at Aladdin Digital. So I'll be handing over to Mr. Bolagade um, to kick off the event. Welcome, Mr. Bolagade. You have the floor now.
Yeah. Um. Good afternoon, everyone. Um. Yeah. I'm really. Let me say thank you for the opportunity because I feel like it's really an opportunity to give back to the tech world. Yeah. So yeah, she said a lot about me. That's literally all. I feel like there are some overhyping anyways. But yeah. So let's just go straight to the business. PHP and IoT. So I think I need to share my screen. A minute. Okay, so PHP and IoT. So yeah, just like I added here, PHP is more valuable than you think. PHP is really really powerful than you think. So I have the table of contents, the introduction. Let's go to the introduction. So what is PHP? PHP, the full meaning is PHP hypertext preprocessor. So it's a widely used open source general scripting language. So it's not a programming language. It's a scripting language. I know that's like one information we are not aware of. So it's a scripting language, not programming language. So it's very very important because it's easy to open. Like remember when I was a newbie then I I had a 2 gig RAM laptop. Yeah, then so obviously I could not run heavy npms on my laptop, so I chose PHP. So it's easy to run and it's kind of light. So and it's very very powerful because you can interact with the server and render your HTML as well. So yeah, so what is Internet of Things? So Internet of Things is just like um network of interrelated device that connects and exchange data with other IoT device and the cloud. So example, we have all this what's it called? Like our sensors, our smart home devices. Yeah, so that's the example of IoT. Now, what can PHP do? So if there is one thing I know that PHP can actually do, PHP is very, very good with. And PHP can generate dynamic, you know, page contents, and PHP can do the basic code, create, open, read, blah blah, write, delete, and PHP can collect data. You can fetch data from the server, and then you can add data to the server as well. So PHP can send and receive cookies as well. PHP can add, delete, modify data in the database. Yeah, it's just good. And PHP can be used to control user access, and you know PHP is kind of good with authentication. Yeah, so you can control your user access, and PHP can encrypt data as well. Just like um a basic authentication, now you need to like encrypt your password. You know, I don't know, for security reasons. So you need to like encrypt your password. Then There's one thing Laravel does. You know, before you send your password, you kind of encrypt, and when you fetch, it's going to decrypt it. Yeah. So um, yeah, that's that on that. So now let's go to roles of PHP in IoT. Roles of PHP in IoT. So obviously, um, you may not be able to use PHP to, develop core IoT application, like develop core IoT application. Like you might not be able to like use PHP to develop smart home devices, but you can actually use PHP to develop web-based IoT applications. Yeah. So now I can remember I think 2 years ago. Yeah. So no, 3 years ago. Yeah. So I went to my friend's house. So he's really rich. So yeah. Then I entered. Then he opened his phone. Then he went to a web application. Then he clicked on one button on the website. Then the whole curtain opened. I was like, "What the fuck did you just do?" It was like, "Yeah, he controlled his whole what's it called on his phone." I was like, "Okay, let me check it out." So now I was a newbie in tech. I don't really know stuff. So I went through this stuff and I discovered that it's actually running on PHP. So they developed the whole controller, like the whole controller on a web app, so you can easily control that was it called. You can easily control it on the web app. So imagine that it's actually done by PHP because I remember when I was learning I was not introduced to Laravel then. So I feel like PHP is no big deal. And it's just like a trend. PHP is dying, blah blah. But when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, this is actually great. And with PHP frameworks like Laravel Symfony, you can actually develop user interface. Thank God for um um Laravel Blade. Do you get? So you can actually the design interface, but I don't really like using Blade. So I prefer developing my APIs and consuming. So, anyways, so that's that, and you can interact with how it actually deals with data. So you get to like you can actually get those data and manipulate it. So you can use PHP for that. So that's actually that. And that's number two is data processing and backend
Hi,
operations.
sorry to cut you off. We can no longer see your screen.
Oh, all right. Let me show you again. Okay, can you see now? Can you see it now?
Yes, yes.
All right. So data processing and backend operations. So IoT generates a lot of significant amount of data that needs to be processed and stored. Um, just like just like AI, just like AI, you know, AI actually depends on a lot of data to work, and IoT to actually generate a lot of significant amount of data, like a lot. So all these things. Let me use for example now. What should I even use? Let's say like a sensor now. Let's say your TV. Let's say your TV. Now, once you like, how am I even going to put it? I don't even know the best illustration to give. But anyways, just like any other AI, IoT, just like AI, IoT uses a lot of significant data that needs to be processed and stored, that needs to be manipulated. So now you can bring in PHP or probably PHP frameworks like Laravel to like um process those data and kind of manipulate it and store it. So you can leverage PHP in that aspect, just to like get data, communicate with the data, manipulate it, store it, fetch, something like that. So PHP can be very, very useful in IoT as well. So number three, this is kind of important. Integration with MQTT and IoT protocols. So PHP can be utilized for integrating IoT device with MQTT. I mean, sorry. So what is MQTT? It's like a message queuing telemetry transport. So what's that? That's like a communication channel between two IoT device. So that's it. It's like a communication channel between two devices. So you can actually use PHP framework like Mosquito PHP to integrate that to like um to integrate that. So um I don't even know. Yeah, I think I don't know. I've not looked into it, but imagine see what PHP can do. So you can actually integrate this with PHP. I mean, I know literally everybody will not be aware of this because it's just flying all around. PHP is messed up. PHP is dead. PHP is no big deal, but PHP is actually powerful. See what PHP can do now. Can actually you can actually integrate with MQTT with PHP. So that's actually fascinating. I mean, um, it's really really fascinating. So yeah, IoT device management. PHP can be employed in building managing system. So what comes to your mind, like a dashboard, to manage your IoT device. You can use PHP to handle the authentication. Let's say you have like that guy's that the other guy's web controller I talked about the other time, my friends. So obviously they need to like develop a authentication, what's it called, whatever for the software. Do you get? They need to develop an authentication part. Like there will definitely be an authentication part for that software. So yeah, you can. PHP is very very good. Like I love PHP with authentication. I mean, um, just like I said the other time, I don't really like. I don't think I've done um bleed in the last 2 years. I prefer building my own RESTful APIs. So you know, and it's kind of secure. Imagine you can use maybe probably GW to your Laravel Sanctum is very very great as well. Then you develop your authentication. So um it's going to be easier. I mean, see, you can even use PHP to manage that. So, and you can use PHP to build a dashboard whereby you manage all of the um IoT, what's it called? Just like any other dashboard. Um, just like any other dashboard. Dashboard is mainly for it's just like a management system. Let's say for you have like a school app now, or like personal project I'm working on now, whereby you get to like manage a lot of accounts in a particular place. So you can do that as well. So that's that. Second to the last. Okay, yeah, this is actually the last one. Yeah, IoT data visualization. Yeah, PHP combined with libraries like Chart.js, D3.js can be used to create interactive data visualization. Even Bleed, even Bleed. I think in Asha.js, um, I don't really. It's been long since I used all these things, but I know it's very good. So you can actually use PHP to um, you can actually use PHP to like visualize these things. Though there's a bit of JavaScript here. There's a bit of JavaScript here. All this inertia, chat JS. It's actually JS, but at least you can use PHP to do these things. You can use Laravel to do these things, and you don't even have the feelings that there's JavaScript at all. So I don't know if you can just check out what's it called inertia. You can check out all these things after this meeting. It's actually cool, and you know you can use that to like um build a visual like a good UI, an appealing um UI for your IoT web apps. So yeah, in conclusion, PHP as a robust server-side language provide invaluable in the realm of IoT. Um, its versatility and extensive capabilities empower developers to seamlessly integrate and manage diverse IoT applications. Hmm. So, just like I said the other time, PHP is not a programming language; it's a scripting language, and it's very, very powerful in the sense that um, you can interact with data and IoT. utilizes a lot of data. So and it you can basically use it for to manage IoT applications as well, and you can use it to develop. To you can use it as, I don't know, but I think large percentage of all these Internet of Things manager, I mean, they actually uses a mobile app, but at least it's possible with web app as well. Like you can do it with PHP. So um, don't give up on PHP. PHP is not dying anytime soon. It's still alive. I mean, very much alive. And I think there is one what was it called I saw yesterday, and the girl was like, "There is power in old." People are just getting the vibes that okay, PHP is old, but there's actually power. Old is good. I mean, old is good. Whatever is old is more valuable. Um, I don't know. I don't know if you visited all these old museum and you discover that all these old things are actually valuable. I mean, they're so much valuable. That's how PHP is as well. PHP is not discardable. It's very, very, very powerful, and let's embrace it. Don't feel like what you are using is not a big deal. It's actually a big deal. It's a big deal, and PHP is a king. Trust me. So let's just embrace it. I think that will be all for now. Thanks so much for the platform. Are you there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I can from this side.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. I think Hadizat has network issues, so she's off. But she's the next speaker, so okay, she's back up now. Let's just be patient so she can join back.
Hi, sorry, I got cut off. Is Mr. Bolagade done with his presentation?
Yeah. Yeah.
So time for the second presenter to take part, and I am going to present. So my name is Hadisat, and I'm a back-end developer with Bincom. Mr. Bolagade has covered um, lots to do with business. I'll just take over from where he stopped and try to buttress the points that he made. As he explained again, basically, I the connection of internet and linked devices. These devices can range from small appliances to very large industrial appliances. And today we're looking into how PHP can be used in the development of IoT. Yeah. So, like I'm always hearing different phrases about PHP is there, what can be like. We're here to tell you what actually the role that PHP can play in IoT. So IoT basically it covers various industries. Covers both private and public, both personal and business, and value. So a lot of types is to make more to make things automated, to make things more convenient, to make our life easier. Like the smart home that Fika spoke about. And you can control your security. the security of your house. You can control your uh, you can have access to your and this can actually in various aspects that have actually implemented IoT. We have culture, healthcare, in transportation, in all these various industries. Have, um, we have seen that they actually implemented IoT in processes. That um, we know uh, um, uh, basically it is being used for web development. And even though not usually associated with Internet of Things, there are different aspects that we need to do. And as the first speaker said, PHP can be used to interface for interface that will be used to interact with different IoT devices. It can be used to build dashboard. It can be used to build dashboard where data can be displayed. And this data is actually a very important part of IoT because IoT has to do with a large amount of data. So this data has to be processed. This data uh, uh, has to be processed. This data has to be break down, and this data has to be presented. So how is this data going to be presented? This data can be presented in dashboards, like I said earlier, and PHP can come into play in this by combining PHP with certain libraries. By combining PHP with certain libraries, uh, it can be used to create interactive dashboard where real-time data would be displayed and analysis. So moving on, um, can be utilized for integrating MQTT, like you mentioned. MQ is basically a messaging protocol, and using Mosquito PHP can actually provide functionalities that will enable devices to communicate with each other using the MQTT protocol. So while PHP is actually a best choice to web-based components, IoT applications, there are certain challenges that can be faced. And so later that during for the development process, we can figure out and to overcome this challenge for actual um, for example, a limitation when it comes to plus. So there can always be an issue when it comes to. So basically, we can consider this challenge and look for a way to overcome it. Like you can combine PHP with can integrate PHP with other languages in order to overcome a large amount of data, and some of this data, not most of this data, are, are confidential data. So security and privacy is very, very important, and we have to put in place measures to overcome this challenge. So we can PHP provides a wide range of security security approach that we can use to secure these IoT devices are extreme devices. For example, site security, we can implement authorization and authentication, data encryption, and and then we just have to we just have to make sure we follow the best practices between that is being transmitted, that is being um, transmitted between IoT devices. And also another challenge is that we have there are limited IoT specific libraries and tools for PHP, for PHP. So this can also be a challenge to find a good option, and that can actually enable take up tasks in IoT. And also one other thing to consider is interactivity. IoT IoT basically it comprises of different devices, various platform and different protocols. So it's very important to consider the interactivity between platforms and components. And so it's important to consider the interactivity, how uh, consideration has to be given to how to data exchange formats, to different communication protocols, and to the compatibility of these different components with IoT device and platforms. So, and what other challenges? So, addressing these challenges is very important in planning of um, planning of the implementation of development in IoT. Very important to that challenge. And there are different frameworks that different frameworks that actually um, facilitate that can actually help in development of IoT devices. We have different frameworks like Laravel, Symfony. We have different like PHP. We have different IoT enabled platforms also like that are there to help when developing PHP, IoT. And there are different communication protocols, message protocols actually, different IoT and messaging protocols. But MQTT is actually common already a, a light weight protocol that is used. And when we talk about IoT devices over resource constrained network, limited bandwidth. And in order to be able to control over this constrained network, we need a, a protocol is needed for this, and that is where MQTT comes in. So so we have different use cases for IoT development. There are different use cases that I mentioned earlier that for this, and also the first speaker has also mentioned it already. We can use developing web-based application. We can use it in visualization. We can use it in analyzing data and also reporting on data. And also we can use it in API integration. Basically, IoT devices they have to interact with other systems. Interact with other systems. PHP can help do this by interacting with the API and also developing which IoT devices can communicate um, with other systems. So, so I think we've come to the end of the presentation. From this presentation, we can plays like a crucial role in development. And there are all the benefits of using PHP. For example, PHP has a wide developer community, as we all know. PHP is very common. Like most of the sites, like 75% of the sites uses PHP. So there is a wide developer community. There are resources online. So if a challenge while developing an application, an IoT application, it's something that the developer can actually get help online. Like there are enough support online. And yeah, that is one of the benefits. There are many other benefits like familiarity. Like I said earlier, a lot of developers, a lot of developers are familiar with PHP, any OT application. So that's conclusion. PHP plays a role in IoT development, and while considering using PHP IoT development, there are a lot of challenges that need to be evaluated. There are a lot of challenges that need to be evaluated, and so these challenges and these have to be evaluated based on the specification of the IoT application that is being developed, the performance requirements, and so thank you so much for listening in, and thank you so much for being a part of this event. I hope you've been able to get one or two information that you don't know before about how PHP can be integrated with IoT development. Um, thank you. If there are any questions, you can drop it in the chat. And if there are no questions, I'm going to hand over to Joy now. Joy. Joy, are you all right? Like thank you for it. Next time. Bye.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, I was actually calling for your attention. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so I think you can just wrap up if you're done.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.